department and slash group admin training session. So this is only for someone who has a group admin profile associated with their logins. Now, how you can tell your complete access and which account you're logged into is your LMS level. So to display department admin, which is equivalent to a group admin terminology in the Lansar world. You might be familiar with, depending upon if you have different profiles within an organization, different level access, you'll have different switch options that you can toggle in between your profiles. So what I wanted to show you is these different menu options that's available for you as a group admin. So the first one is participants. If we look on manage participants, in this area you can search by different admins within your organization at the different clubs if there is any, and then also the ability to search by participants. Now in their criteria you can search by name, email address, or username. You can even include archived users in your search. And archived users is someone who may have had their account archived because they have, no longer want to have access. We no longer want them to have access to the Learning Hub platform. So I'll go ahead and hit search, and what this will do is display any results of any users that's currently in your group. As you can see, the first thing what we have at a high level overview in blue, this is what we call the eTrainU username. Then you'll see the first name, last name of that user, the email address associated with that account, the date they were created, when they last logged in, how many courses they've completed, and the most recent courses completed. Now, what you'll have in the lower right hand corner as well, it'll give you within the hierarchy where they sit. So you'll be able to see which group they're a part of and which club they're a part of. Now, some of the icons and actionable items I'll go through. So these first two, edit accounts and archive, I'll just best practice stay away from them because those are all edit and created within the integration with Learning Hub and Fusion 5. Okay. Some of the buttons that you might use, we have one here with the green arrows called the Send Keys. So if I open this into a new tab, what this gives you the ability to do is assign training to that specific learner. Currently, all of the courses within Learning Hub are self-enrolled, but let's say, for example, in the future, if it ever becomes the case that a course is hidden from a learner, being able to self-enroll, and once you have a little more control over it, you as an admin have the ability to come in here and manually enroll that user into a course. So as you can see, I have an enroll button. Now you also have the ability, let's say at a course that there's an age prerequisite or another course as a prerequisite, you as the admin have the ability to bypass that prerequisite and still enroll that user into that specific course. Next I'll show you is this little yellow button here, what we call View Training. So if I click on this and open this into a new tab, what this will display is for this specific user, it'll display any training in their training library. Now, it'll display for you the training name, which we call the bundle name. It'll also show you the status of that specific course. Is it in a complete status? Is it in progress status? The date that they were given access, when it was completed. You also see here it gives you a little red rose. So this red rose is a certificate that is generated for that specific learner for that specific course. Now it is a PDF, the same one that they get emailed to them, which we call is their course completion email. Look at a copy. Now, if for whatever reason, maybe they never got the email or they misplaced a certificate, you as an admin can come, download it, and send it to them for them. You also, as an admin, have the ability to manually progress training. So, as you can see here, safety and well-being is currently in progress. The learner reaches out to you, for example, say, hey, I actually already completed this such and such time ago. Can you please just give me access to it so I can have access to my following course after? Just using an example. There's many different reasons why you progress courses, but that's just one. So if you need to manually progress training, what you'll do is find that specific induction, click on that module actions, and you'll see there's a little check mark with a progress. You click on that and it says, are you sure you want to manually progress this training? Once you do this, it cannot be undone. Once you hit OK, what that will do is automatically convert this course from in progress to a completed status. Next, I'll go ahead and show you training. So what you have the ability to do here is assign training in bulk. So the same way you can assign training individually for a learner, you can assign in bulk. So let's say, for example, you need to assign a specific course to multiple people. You have the ability to do that here. Now, if you need to assign multiple courses to multiple people at one time, I would recommend you reach out to your organizational admin because they have a separate tool that they can process that for you. Now, if you need to assign introduction to multiple clubs or multiple users at a club, you simply click on assign. You see it'll pop up another window for you. So you click on the plus sign. What that will do is display any users currently within your region. And you can simply click on the learners that you want to assign that course to. You'll see in parentheses previously completed. Now, the different options, I'll kind of just explain to you these two buttons. So send notification email. So if you want these learners to receive that automatic, oh, you have been enrolled into such and such course email, you want to tick this box. If this is unticked, they will not receive that notification that they've been enrolled into that course, and you cannot come back and resend it. Next, if you want to include previously completed, so let's say, for example, as you can see, I select John Demo here, and in parentheses it says previously completed. Right now, if I click on assign, the only person that's getting assigned this course is Johnny Franklin because Johnny has already completed it. Now let's say this is a refresher and I still want him to complete it even though he's already done it in the past, and you can just simply come here, click this tick box, then click assign, and then it will assign it to John Demo. Next, I'll show you the next button you have here is training available. So if I click on this, this is basically just a high-level overview of the course category and any courses within the training library. One call out here is that there's no actual functionality in this area. It's just a high-level overview if you ever need to take screenshots of what's available. Next, I'll go through the different reports that's available at a group admin level. So the first one, we have training bulk assigned. So anytime you use that tool to assign training in bulk, the job will log here so you can see how many people were assigned the course, who submitted that course assigned, and when it was processed. Now this is helpful, this allocated, non-allocated, that will display if the job actually went through and how many people were assigned the course. Next is the training status. So this will probably be the most common report that you would use because this is going to pull any in progress or completed data for all of the courses. Now it'll always default to your specific region, but you can narrow it down by a specific club within your region. Next, required criteria is one of these three. So course is what we call that bundle. Module is if there's specific inductions within a bundle, and then there's a training group. So this training group is something that I'll show you guys is created on the back end, just so that you know, for example, instead of having to come here and select one course, hit submit, then come and select another one, hit submit, running different reports, you have the ability to group all of the courses into one training group is what we call it. So it just makes it much easier and seamless to pull that reporting. Say, I just wanted to pull reporting on all of the courses currently. Simply click on all courses. Next, you'll see you're required to designate a training status. So are you wanting in your report criteria to pull in progress and completed courses? For the purpose of this training, I'll go ahead and leave it on both. But if you wanted to remove it, just simply click the X to remove and deselect that progress. Next, you just need to select one of these three date ranges. So the date the training was assigned, the date the user was created, or the date that the course was completed. Now, I'm going to go ahead and select date the training was assigned. As you can see, it'll give you different date ranges. You also have the ability to click other to customize your date range. One call out here, you can only pull in increments of 12 months at a time. For the purpose of this training, we're going to select last 365 days. You also here have an extra display fields. So this is if you want to include additional search criteria within your report. you can go ahead and select these fields. For this purpose of this training, I'll select all fields, and you can also include archived users in your search. Now coming over here to the right, you'll see it's saving all my reporting filters that I've selected. We have the ability to save this report and have it automatically emailed on a specific frequency that you want. So if I click on Save Report and pick a name for it, you'll see it populates with a set schedule. So let's say, for example, this criteria is something that you want automatically emailed to you every month or every week or every day. You have the ability to set that up here. You just simply select the frequency and then enter in the email address that you want that sent to. You just add a comma if you wanted to add multiple email addresses as well. And then you hit Save and Submit. For the purpose of this one, I'm going to cancel this. I just want to pull my report results. Normally does not take that long. Okay. So as you can see, what it will display for me is all the user information and all those extra display fields that I selected. So email address, where they're located, which courses they've completed, the LA in progress or completed status. And then you have the ability to export this data via Excel, CSV, or PDF for you. Next, I'll show you we have that training groups function. So that's that same training group that I created here, that all courses. So if you click here, you have the ability as an admin to come and create a specific training group. You'll always want to select bundles. You click on add group and that will create it for you. Now any group that you create at a group admin, only group admins within your group can see it. Now, the reason that everybody can see the all courses one is because that was created at an organizational level. Okay, but if you, for example, you have specific courses that's relative only to your group and you only want to pull, this is really just useful for when you're running that training status report and different reporting criteria. You would create a group. You just simply click on the yellow button, select the provider, which is the Lansar, and then just select those courses, click add training, and it will add it to that group for you. Go ahead and delete my example. Next, we have user log. So this is just going to show you a quick rundown of who has logged into the platform and when they last logged out. And you can search by different clubs, different date range. You can also search by the username or the first name, last name, or the email address as well. Now, as you can see, the logout button hasn't actually displayed here. The reason behind that could be that they timed out of the LMS or that they just simply closed the browser by hitting the X at the top, which does not actually record any logout data. The only way that this logout date is actually generated is if they physically come to their account and hit this logout button. Next, you have the ability to export this via Excel, CSV, or PDF as well. And the final report that's available is an active user report. So this is really helpful within your region if you just want a high-level overview. Hey, how many people are a part of my region? Or how many people are a part of a specific club? You can filter that down here. You can filter by the date they were created and when they last logged in. But if you leave this completely blank and just leave it default, hit submit, that'll just pull everybody that's within your region and it'll break it down by the different clubs for you and all of the user information, and you can export this via CSV. This is really helpful to use if you ever wanted to see, how many members are a part of the Lansar member portal versus how many are part of the Learning Hub. To give you good numbers on user engagement, this is good data to pull to compare. Next, you have the Help button. So here you have Help Center and Submit a Request. So if you click on the Help Center, what that will take you to is our frequently asked questions page. Some with questions, also with a user guide. So we have user guides for participants, admins, and assessors. So the admin user guide will go through everything that I showed you today. And we also have in the Submit a Request, this is basically Once you open it, you'll just fill in your information. Like if you have any technical issues with the LMS or a course is not loading, you can send a request to our Zendesk support team. Just let them know what the issue is, what organization you're a part of, and then they'll respond within 24 to 48 hours. And once you're ready, you just simply log out and you're done. Thank you for your time. This concludes the department admin training session or group admin training sessions for Lancer Learning Hub. Thank you.